Wanted to welcome everyone to the Blue Line Booster Club meeting. December 3rd, Tuesday, I believe. Just want to welcome everyone here. I have here the Lincoln Stars, a few members of the team. Me, myself, my name is Christian Lampasso. I was born in Amherst, New York, which is Buffalo, New York, right by Niagara Falls. What else do I say? That's all I got. Oh, okay. I played for Sioux City Musketeers last year. Boo. Yes, and Des Moines last year. Boo. Yeah, it's really nice. But yeah, so growing up, I played in New York, and then freshman year of high school, I moved to Detroit. Played for Detroit Honeybake with actually David Parentino. I played with him for 2 years. Then I went up to the EJ, played in Vermont for a year. Then last year I was on Des Moines. Actually, I got drafted by the Green Bay Gamblers, got traded to Des Moines, traded to Sioux City, traded to Lincoln, and now I'm here. Yeah, so it's great to be here. Hopefully all of you have a wonderful meeting after we leave. That's all I got.
Nice job. Nice job.
Hi. Dominic Sacco, number 9. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Grew up playing in Staten Island, which is like a half hour away, but last 2 years played for the Omaha Lancers.
Those guys suck.
Yeah, so just grew up in Brooklyn, played roller hockey, my brother and my dad. When I was like 15, I started playing juniors and ended up in Nebraska somehow, but I'm here and I love to be here, so.
Hi there, I'm Brandon Smith, number 11. From Cass State, California, which is about 45 minutes to an hour north of LA, like more Valencia area. Started playing when I was about maybe 5, 6 years old. Parents asked me what I wanted to do for my birthday and told them I wanted to go ice skating, so I guess from there they kind of got me into lessons, so that's kind of how it started. Started playing ever since then. Started moving away from home when I was about 16. That's when I moved down to Corpus Christi, Texas, in the North American League. Played there the last 2 years. Played on the beach, I guess. That was the closest thing, I guess, the only thing I could say about home, which was nice about Texas. But I love the Midwest. The fact that there's no water kind of bothers me, but it's okay. It's okay. It's still good. And that's pretty much about it.
Do the Stewie impression.
What's your talent?
My what?
Talent you have.
I have no talents.
What was that? Was that in the back? The Stewie impression?
Yeah, let's do the impression.
Stewie
impression.
Does anyone even watch Family Guy in order for me to do that?
Yeah.
You back there, you really want it?
Yeah.
You're insisting. They want
I'd
it.
like to thank Mike Melby for suing me on the radio for this. All right.
Say Brian, you know, pie tastes better with Cool Whip.
Thanks, Wardo. I appreciate it.
Joe. Alright, don't do Joe.
All right. Do I do the other ones or no?
No, you're done.
All right, good. All right, I'll leave it at that.
Hey, I'm Keegan Ward, 13. Years old. I was born in Farmington Hills, Michigan, and when I was about a week old, I moved to Calgary, Alberta, in Canada. Grew up there for 4 or 5 years, and I moved back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Been playing hockey ever since I was 2, so my dad kind of got me into it when he was playing pro, so been around it for 16 years pretty much. And past 2 years I played for the West Michigan Hounds, just a small AAA team out of Kalamazoo, and I was talking to Jimmy 2 years ago, and I went to Stars training camp 2 years ago. He liked me, so he brought me back again, and they drafted me. That's how I ended up here.
Questions?
Now I would like to open the floor for some questions.
It's okay, Ron, he's
We
got
do it
it.
next month, Ron. So my question is, Brandon, who's, I don't know, whining about the cold weather, hasn't been much further north of, like Oklahoma, born in the land of fruits and nuts, and then moved to Texas. What are you gonna do, how are you gonna handle this year, when the low is like 1?
30
Later on
below.
this week, in the next couple days?
Probably keep crying about it. I don't know. A lot of sweatpants, a lot of jackets. I'll probably be wearing 2 or 3 jackets. I got my lovely roommate Connor Franti who can drive because he knows how to in the cold. So I'll have him do it. No need for me to get any accidents not knowing how to drive in that. I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not used to anything lower than maybe 60, 70 degrees. So
Poor guy.
yeah, we don't get much rain or snow or anything like that out there. So it'll be a little bit different, but looking forward to it. Never skated on an outdoor rink, which I don't know, for a hockey player, these guys probably think it's a little bit weird, but looking forward to doing that. So. Anything else?
According to Twitter, you guys had to do something quite eventful on Saturday night when we got home off the bus. Yeah.
Christian?
What?
We skated.
And?
A lot.
Again.
Till how late?
Well, we know you can skate.
Early.
4 in the morning, we were skating a lot. We should start winning some games.
Christian, explain to the fans what a bag skate actually is.
I would love to. A bag skate is when a wonderful coach named Mick Berge, he takes us out on the ice and says, you skate down to the red line, back to the goal line, all the way down to the far goal line, all the way back. And we just keep doing it over and over and over again. Kind of like, if anyone's seen Miracle, the Herbies, it's pretty much the same thing. It's for conditioning, team bonding, just really getting together as a team and hurting the legs.
Good cardio workout.
Great cardio workout.
Did you sleep all the way home on the bus? You guys knew what you were doing, or was it a complete surprise when you got to Lincoln?
I was dead surprised.
Good job, coaches.
When it's time for you to hang up your skates, what would you like to see you at that time period in your life?
What do you want to do when you grow up, basically?
Me personally, I mean, this is probably going to sound cliche coming from California, but I have a lot of family friends that are in the movie business, so... Let me stop you while I have a chance. Not acting, let me just say that. Not doing that. More film editing, film or music editing. That's what I did in high school back home in California before I moved out to Texas. So I do a lot of film and music editing on my own every now and then. So for me, when hockey ends, if I can't do anything as far as maybe like coach or something like that, probably go back home and do something as far as film editing.
No, you gotta go.
I don't really know. Just wait and see, really.
No ambition? No Nothing you thought about? Be fireman?
I like being a fireman.
Yeah, that's an honorable profession.
I don't know. It's wait and see. I'm not really sure. Christian.
Hi. I don't know. I've always thought about being a pharmacist. You get to sit in Walgreens all day and pack pills. You get a lot of money for that. So that's probably a pretty good job.
My ambition is I want to stay in the game of hockey as long as I can. So I'm thinking after I hang them up, either try and get into coaching or been thinking about sports psychology too.
It's not bad.
Then you'd know what's wrong with these guys.
Even a professional doctor can't diagnose that.
Any other questions?
All right, guys. What's your strongest part of your game and your weakest part of your game?
Pass the buck.
I love getting thrown under the bus here. You guys know the answer, but I want them to say it. I don't want to say it.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Brandon Smith, and my favorite part of the game is blocking shots.
We'll go with that.
No.
May have a couple bruises, but it's all right. It's okay.
What else about your game?
Which part of your game?
I don't know. I mean, I do what I can. I mean, I try and do the little things that, the coaches stress doing the little things as far as whether it's finishing hits, blocking shots, or maybe even just winning face-offs, or doing the small stuff that a lot of people maybe don't really notice or take into consideration, but trying to do the best that I can at that. And, create space for the teammates to make the guys you play with around you better. So, I mean, if I had to pick one or two things, it'd probably be obviously blocking shots and killing penalties, and then maybe taking face-offs too. And then if you get a goal every now and then, that's just an added bonus. So that's pretty much it for me.
My strongest part, I would say probably my skating, just because I'm a smaller guy, and my dad's he's a coach. He's a skating coach. So yeah, I've been. I think that's my best part of my game, but the weakest part of my game, I think, is just working on playing defense really in our defensive zone. So. It's tough in this league. Everyone's so good, so you just gotta be on top of your game.
Whoa. Okay.
I'd say my strongest part of the game is probably my physical presence on the ice. I just basically run around and hit kids. That's what I'm good at. My weakest part, it's got to be either my skating or my stick handling. Just I'm never really that good at it. So, Lamps?
You're so bomb, though. I'll start off with my weakest. I think my skating's pretty bad. I think I need to work on that a little more. I also need to work on scoring too. We haven't put the puck in the net very often. I get a decent amount of chances. I need to put the puck in the net. Strongest. I see the ice very well. I think I can make pretty good passes. See the guy pass through someone else, saucer passes. That's all I got.
For Christian and Sacco, what's the difference between Des Moines and Sioux City and being here? I mean, what are some of the differences that you guys can see from being from another USHL team?
Well, all those places suck. Here's pretty cool. It's a different environment, really much. Like Sioux City, it's got a great facility. The rink's really nice, but the fans are just nowhere near as great as here. Here, when you come into the ice box, whenever I played for Des Moines or Sioux City, every time you come to the ice box, you'd sit there on the bench and you'd watch the star come down and all the light show, and you'd be like, and like everyone on the team is always like scared to come here. You know, just the atmosphere is so intense, and it's the best atmosphere in pretty much the league, without a doubt. And it's just different. And Des Moines kind of got the same facilities as here, but the fans they're not as rowdy and as prominent. So yeah, so here's pretty much the best place to go.
Yeah, just second what Christian said, you know, when I was with Omaha coming to the Icebox, we all knew what the atmosphere was going to be like. It was kind of scary, just because everyone was so loud. And the thing I like is Jimmy McGrory, our coach. He lets us play. You know, we're not robots. We're not, you know, thinking too much. He just lets us play. So that's about it. Any more questions?
Last chance. Thanks, guys. Good luck this weekend.
Mick Burgee.
Oh no, that was funny.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
I don't know if anybody remembers me. I played 3 years here back in 02, 03. After my time here, I went and played college hockey at Minnesota State Mankato. Played 4 years there, and then went on, played a little bit of pro. Played in the East Coast League out in South Carolina. Played in Charleston. Went to the Central League. Played in Allen, Texas for a bit. Then I moved on up to Grand Forks with my wife. We have a townhome there, and I started coaching. Started working at the Hockey Academy. I don't know if anybody's heard of that. It's kind of a training facility place where you work with youth, young kids, and we work with high school kids, and coached a couple teams there. And then I moved on out to Minot, North Dakota, beautiful Minot, and started my junior coaching career there. I was an assistant coach in the North American League, so we played against guys like, who played in the North American League over there? Yeah. Smitty played in that league. It was a great league, great development league to get these guys to this league. And then I took an opportunity here in Lincoln this past summer, I guess this past September, when Jimmy took on as head coach. So that's kind of been my story. What else you want me to talk about now?
What did you learn in college?
What did I learn in college? I learned many great things away from the classroom, but I had a lot of fun. College was a great experience. I love college hockey. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was a different game than the junior game or the pro game. You got 4 years with the same players, so it was more like a family. You knew guys weren't leaving. You knew guys weren't getting traded. So everybody was fighting for the same opportunity, the same championship. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I learned a lot in college. I took a lot of classes. At Mankato, I was a sport management major. With coaching, has always been what I've wanted to do since I was a young kid. My dad coached me since I was 4 years old when I started hockey, all the way up to 16 when I moved away. So I knew coaching was the background that I wanted to take, and it's always been that way since I quit playing. Questions? You want any questions, or do you want more?
Yeah.
You got any questions?
Willem, why did you move from defense up to?
Well, there's always a couple of back when I played 15 games on D when I was a forward. It's a little struggle, but I remember it. Willie moving up to forward, at the time we needed a little more offense, and we might have had a couple hurt players, but Willie can see the ice well, he can make plays, and he did pretty darn well the first couple games he played. So we don't know if it's going to be a thing where we stick him there. Right now we got Fry suspended, so it might be something where he's kind of a utility player. He can go back and forth.
What was that?
Don't ask me right now. I don't know. I can't get too deep into it, but it's a little surprising that he got 8 games. I'll be honest with that. It's a little frustrating for him and for us as a staff. I feel bad for the kid more than us, because the kid's the one that's fighting for a scholarship, and he's got teams calling to come watch him play, and I got to say, hey, sorry, but he's suspended. So it's a tough deal, but you know what? When it comes down to it, we got to stay disciplined, and we got to find a way to stay out of the box and stay out of the suspensions.
What do you notice the biggest difference between playing here and coaching here is?
Playing here and coaching here. Not much has changed, I will say that, as far as the fan base and the atmosphere. Coaching, it's been a little different. Obviously, it's an adjustment compared to playing. It's this side of it's a little tougher. Instead of being great buddies with all the players, you got to kind of still be good buddies, but find a way to motivate them and get them ready to play. Any other questions? Should I get Christian back up here? He's a little bit. The starting lineup? I think they switched it back. Now the opposing team gets to come out, do they not?
Yeah, I think they did, yeah.
I think there's a lot of complaints that went on, so thank you for all of you that maybe complained a little bit. That was good. We needed to get that back in, because that's what makes it fun here. That's what makes it part of the junior experience, so I'm glad it is back to normal.
Almost. They just don't.
What was that? No, they don't announce many things, but a lot of things happen.
At least you don't have to wait on them.
Yeah.
So what, go ahead.
Did they do that because, I don't know if they, other rinks, but you suck in that?
There's a couple teams that complained or that didn't want to be involved in it, so it's a couple coaches complained, I think, a couple fans.
Well, I know personally, me, I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate that because we gotta remember, they're still kids too.
Yeah, they're kids, but I guarantee if you ask Christian Lampasso coming in here as an opposing player, did he enjoy it? Was it an experience? When you played for Des Moines or Sioux City and you came into Lincoln, did it matter that the fans are booing you?
I mean, me personally, I loved it.
I loved it. Believe me, I played with many players.
Some other kids, it really like gets to them. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah.
Well, games changed a bit, but I played with many players in college that played on opposing teams or in pro, and I can guarantee they got more out of it than even we did because we got to see it every night. So when they came to this building, it was a lot of fun for them.
So how long is Humans gonna play defense in?
Well, he was back and forward, and then Fry was out, so no, he's back and forward right now. We got Willie back there. I think Huey's back up front, so it was a good learning experience for him. That's what I told him. I had 15 games with that when I played here, so I learned a lot from him, and he'll tell you the same thing. Any other questions?
Gotta be more questions for the coach.
I'm sure there are. but
Christian, you have a
scared to
question?
No, I do. Is it a coincidence that you picked the best looking team in the USHL?
No. Along with myself and you guys, that's why we're all together.
How hard is it, I guess we should ask the kids, but you know, when you get into a team, and then next thing you do, you're traded again, and you get settled into a team, and you get traded again. How hard is it for these kids to get adjusted?
I mean, it takes a while. I don't know. Christian, do you want to take this one? Because I didn't really experience that as a player, but...
Coming into it, I mean, everyone's nice. Like,
Yeah.
all the players are always nice. They're always welcoming community. I mean, it takes a couple days to get fully adjusted, but I mean, it's more when you get traded to another team. It's like, you know, why did coach do this to me? Like, I thought I was, you know, part of the team. Like, I thought I was, you know, part of the family. So it's more kind of hurt by them than anything. But coming to a new place, it's always open arms, and I've had no problem coming into a new place.
Yeah,
like everyone here in Lincoln's been.
I'd agree 100%. To elaborate on that, like my brother got traded from Tri-City to here. Sometimes it's not what the player did wrong, it's maybe the other team really needs that player or really wants that player. And in his case, he was a captain of Tri-City.
Yeah.
And I know talking to Jimmy, he really wanted him. Before he got traded here, I remember Corey Courtney and Jimmy calling me or texting me, I can't remember, maybe it was email back then, but what would your brother think if we tried to trade for him? And I said, I think once it came down to it, he'd love it once he was here, and it would be the right fit. And I'll guarantee if you ask him now, he loved that it happened. At the time, it was a little tough for him, but he loved it. So in some cases, it's just, maybe it's better for that team to trade for that kid, and there's no choice. And with what Christian said, hockey's a great community. As far as the players, all the players are the same. So stepping into a new organization or a new team, all the players treat you pretty darn well. So it's pretty easy to fit in most places. Wouldn't you say, Christian?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But Lincoln's a lot better though.
Lincoln is always better than everyone.
On the same kind of topic, as a coach, is it hard to tell a player that they're being traded?
That's the hardest part you can ever do. Believe me, it's. I haven't had the experience of being a head coach and doing it, but I've been involved as an assistant coach every time, and it's tough to look a kid in the eyes and say, "Hey, sorry, but you're not the right fit here." But you know what? When it comes down to it, what we told the kids, like it might not even here, we've all been in that chair, and sometimes it's just not the right fit here, but you'll find the right fit somewhere else. It's tough. It's the hardest part about hockey. I'll guarantee that.
What's Josh doing now?
Josh, right now, is the head coach of the Valencia Flyers in Valencia, California. Yeah. Evan Johnson was actually playing for him out there in California. So yeah, he's the head coach of a Tier 3 team, and they're doing pretty well, doing really well. He likes it. He likes the hockey part. He doesn't like the Western lifestyle. He likes the Midwest a little more. So, but he's doing well.
Tell us a little bit about the pro hockey experience. How did that work out?
Pro hockey was fun. It's different. My first year playing pro, I left after my senior year. Once our senior season was over with, I signed with the South Carolina Stingrays. We ended up winning the championship, beating Alaska. Phil Lamro, beating him in the finals. So it was a great experience, the fact that we got to win it my first year playing, but it's a little different. I mean, different than junior and college. You got guys that are making money, that are trying to move on, move up to the American League, the National Hockey League. You got guys that are NHL draft picks from, we were affiliated with the Washington Capitals. So we had first round picks, we had second round picks, we had third, all the way up. So we had a lot of guys. So it's a little different than junior hockey and college hockey in that fact, because I felt that it wasn't like as family oriented as like a junior or college team, because you got guys that will do anything to make the lineup, right? They're trying to move up, they're trying to feed their family. So it's a little bit different lifestyle, but other than that, I had a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of places. It's kind of like junior, where you're on the bus a lot. Unless you're up in the National Hockey League, you're only flying charter planes up in the National League. So otherwise, you're on the bus. But I enjoyed it.
How was that bus ride to Alaska?
That was not a bus ride. That was 3 different planes all the way up to Alaska. So that one wasn't too much fun. But when we won it, it was pretty cool. So. Any other questions?
Do you have kids?
I do not have kids right now. I have a dog. I got a 1-year-old beagle. But one day I will have kids out. I'll guarantee that.
Dogs are way cheaper.
Yeah. How am I going to teach a dog how to skate? We'll see. We'll find out. It's winter now, isn't it?
It's getting there.
Yes.
Does the team get a little discouraged when they're getting down in their score? I mean, because they skate like they're skating, and then all of a sudden when they're losing, it's like they lose their drive to keep on.
It's natural. It's natural when you're not scoring goals and you're not winning. It deflates teams, and it's just one of those things that happens. You got to find a way to fight through it, no matter what. I mean, if we get scored on or if we score a goal, you got to find a way to keep going and keep the foot on the pedal. It is a little discouraging to these guys sometimes when we're not scoring goals. We go 3 games and we don't score a goal. It's pretty tough, but you know what? Then we break out, we score 5 or 4 the last game. So it's there, it's coming. It's just sticking with the process.
Since you've played here as a player and now as a coach, is there any arenas that you don't like going to?
Don't like going to.
Or that you do like going to?
I enjoyed them all. I guess when I played here, Des Moines was a good one to go to. They got a few more fans when I played than they do now. And I think Tri-City did the 1 year too when I played. They had quite a few fans. They had a good team that year. I like going there. Omaha was always great. Actually, Omaha wasn't that great when I played. They were at the Mid-American Center, so it wasn't that packed. But now coaching here, now Omaha's great to go to. We played 1 game there. I had a real good time there. It's a real good arena.
Any impact to the team when the ownership changed?
I mean, I think it's going to be a positive thing. From talking to him, we talked to him a couple times. I met him a couple times, and he's a guy that's a family-oriented guy. This is his passion. He played a little bit of hockey. He's looking to get back to the program, the fans, the facility, and everything. So I think down the road, you're going to see vast improvements as fans, as spectators, as players, as coaches. You're going to see a lot of improvements that you're going to enjoy. From what I've heard and from what I've seen out of him, seems like a great guy.
Good question.
Great question. Any other questions? 3, 2, 1. You good?
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.